So this reboot slash sequel or requel follows a group of social media influencers who are looking to gentrify a small ghost town in Texas. And eventually they run across the legend himself in the flesh. Someone else's flesh. Leatherface. Well, first off, if you consider yourself to be a slasher fan, I would say you definitely don't want to miss out on what I would consider personally to be maybe the second best slasher to release this year behind Scream. And the kills in this film are just so brutal. I mean, and you know they're good when you have to clench up a bit because someone's bashing someone else's head in so many times that although you may have looked away the first time, they keep doing it. So eventually you see what's going on. And also there's actually a decent amount of hope here. I mean, of course you can't really have a good solid slasher movie without having some level of hope for the victims. But I actually felt like, you know, some of the people here were going to be able to survive this. And that's still even if you don't care about them that much. And in this film, you're probably not going to care about them that much. Mainly because they really just don't give you a reason to with the majority of characters in this movie. Which honestly wasn't a surprise to me because in a lot of these Texas Chainsaw Massacre types of films, they really don't try to create a strong connection between the audience and the characters, in my opinion. They always just seem to basically come off as pawns to me, where they have to be put in a situation to lure out Leatherface and then be slaughtered later. Which I'm completely okay with that, but that's just the way it seems most of the time. Just having a slasher film where it's almost like shooting fish in a barrel and not even grown-ass men with guns can stop this guy who's wearing someone else's face and limp running with a chainsaw. I mean, even then he's still, you know, unstoppable, you know, limping around with a chainsaw in his hand. You know, one of the coolest things they do throughout this movie that I don't think they've actually done before with any of the other films in the series, and please correct me down in the comments down below if I'm wrong about this, but Leatherface actually throws every weapon he uses throughout the whole movie, which I've always wanted to see Leatherface throw that damn chainsaw at somebody. I mean, please, like I said before, correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong about this, but I don't think he's ever been like tossing that bitch or throwing it at anyone, and he does that in this film, and it's pretty dope. I mean, Leatherface definitely unlocks some new skills in this movie because he is getting all types of murder style points the way that he is killing these poor bastards throughout this movie. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's dope at the same time, very entertaining, but it is crazy. So I'd personally give this like a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it really is an entertaining, fun slasher, even if you don't really give a shit about these characters like that. I mean, honestly, their version of Leatherface is fine. He's pretty great. This movie will have you clenching and flinching a lot throughout the whole film, and it's filled with a lot of suspenseful moments that will for sure keep your attention. And overall, I just think it's a really solid entry to the series. I mean, there's a lot of callbacks, there's a lot of fun stuff that you're gonna notice if you're a fan. If you're not a fan, you can just hop in this movie. They do a quick rundown about the events that occurred before the events of this film, so you won't have to worry about not knowing what's going on or not being able to follow it. They do a good job with getting you guys up to speed with that. So yeah, I would love to see a sequel for this. And also be sure to stay tuned after the credits because there is an after credit scene. But there you have it, and if you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Thank you for watching.